Am I gonna drown? No, I've done this swim plenty of times before. Surely we're not gonna drown or be attacked by a shark. Any sharks? Oh, there's a elder merc thresher. Okay, we will go to here and grind raptors for as long as I can. Will AI improve quality of life for humans, or will it cause more chaos? Well, it seems to me like most of the advancements in productivity over the last years I've been alive have not really benefited the working class, and all the gains in productivity and value have just been given to the owning class. So I would imagine AI goes the same way. The people that create and own the AI systems will benefit significantly, and the working class will suffer. Even though the working class will probably... Oh, shit. Hang on. Even though this is yet another advancement that will probably increase the productivity of most workers. Okay, this is kind of awkward. Are they gonna de-aggro, or are we just gonna be here a while? Uh-oh. Can they? I'm vanishing. It's okay, we have prep. There's one. There's another. Fucking merc threshers. Master of Deception? No. 0 ranks. This route, swimming through here, I didn't realize that it might actually be dangerous. I didn't really think about what level the mobs around here were in the water, because whenever I would do this other times, I'd just be on my level 60 running to Onyxia. And it's like, who cares if this mob is level 40 or level 50 or level 35? Alright, we should be through the thick of it now. Put poisons back on. And we're headed for here. Due west. Vanish is on cooldown. Sprint, evasion, blind, and preparation are all available. That thing's level 41. Shouldn't really be an issue. In fact, let's just kill it. Whelp, searing hatchling. Oh, don't get too close. No, I got too close. The hatchling aggro. These world buffs aren't really making me feel as strong as I thought they would. This mob still has 2,000 health. Maybe it was a wrong decision to try to go to these high-level mobs. Miss Parry. This is a level 42? Okay. That's one way to go about things. Let's heal up. Direction is due west. And avoid all the level 42 whelps. See, that was good. We dropped him to 50. See, this was good. Oh, Firemane Scalebane. Yeah, we're gonna avoid that. Let's go around to the south. 43 whelp. Yep, let's keep going. Wait. 43. Oh, I believe we have chosen the wrong direction. I'm just trying to get to my level 40 raptors, okay? Wait, we aren't even going west anymore. Wait, fuck. This direction, okay. Distract you. This is, okay, this is literally the Onyxia place right here. I think once we get past the Onyxia place, the levels will probably be a little more acceptable, a little less dangerous. What if I die and lose my world buffs? That would be the worst. Just stealthing the whole time through this area. Oh, there's another Scalebane over there. We should be angled more like this direction. We're headed here. We actually have to go north a little bit. Okay. Drywallow, Dagger Maw. Ooh, and a 43 Whelp that we're gonna definitely avoid. Both of those. Oh, resisted my distract. Nice. I'm sure everything will be fine when we get to the Ashtail and Scout. Okay, bro. When we get to the Raptors, everything will be fine. Just not yet. Drywallow, Dagger Maw. Searing Hatchling, the Dragon Merc. Okay, we discovered it. Searing Hatchling, 41. 42, 42's over there. Okay, we gotta be close, right? Like, this is where it was on the map. We're almost there. These fucking dragons are too high level. Oh, I'm sprinting. Don't daze me. This is where it ends, chat. We're fine. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. Just vanished the fireball. Look at this. Look at this. It's the Raptors. Oh, yes, dude. Okay. This is where we want to be. I hope this is actually a good grind spot. I've never been here before. I just looked at it on Wowhead and thought it looked like maybe this would be good. There we go. I don't know, we were grinding some raptors in the other area that were slightly lower level, and it was pretty good, so I was just like, well, there's some higher level raptors over here, so why don't we try this? Ooh, they stun? Okay, lash tail raptors do a stun. Good to know. Things are very large, too. It's over. He has the high ground. There's no way we can win. Yeah, but the dragons were pissing me off because they were higher level mostly. Dude, this thing is... Look at how big it is. Absolutely enormous. Boom, 643 ambush. Parried the ghostly strike. Do a stun. I think we'll do stuns on more of these. Since they're a little higher level, they have the potential to deal us a bit of damage. Stun can help mitigate the damage they deal to us. Well, prevent the damage. Only dragons level 55 plus can drop the scales. Yeah, we're not quite there yet. We were getting some green whelp scales off of the dragon whelps in Swamp of Sorrows. And those sold for like 5 silver a piece. That wasn't bad. This guy's coming. Please don't aggro. Not aggroing. JK, he aggroed. I was gonna try to loot and skin before this guy aggroed. Really hoping I had enough range to do that. But yeah, I would not be here if I didn't have world buffs right now. I would choose lower level enemies to grind on if I didn't have world buffs. $589. That seems kind of low. Most quests just piss me off, and they encourage you to do dumb shit, like go into caves or like travel halfway around the world getting 0 experience just to talk to some guy. I feel like questing is generally not very efficient. And grinding, I also earn a lot of gold doing this. Good amount of stuff dropping from the mobs, as well as skins that I can sell. So it's, especially when I'm looking to try to earn my mount, the grind that even if it is like slightly less optimal than really good questing, in terms of experience, it's also giving money. Cheddar, you can look on the Discord for comparisons of different races if that's what you're interested in. Bloodfen Burrow. What is this? Did I go in here? Probably. Bloodfen Lashtail. Do Kelly asks, best comb for a Lich King 10-man heroic. I don't know what you're trying to ask. Maybe you could rephrase the question or use different words, and then maybe I would understand what you're trying to ask. This looks like generally just like a nice dense area. When we were outside, when we were in the area we were at before, we had to move around quite a bit to get from one raptor to the next. This is looking like we don't have to do that. Look at that. They're all like really close together. But far enough apart, this is the important part, far enough apart that we don't automatically aggro two of them every time we try to fight. Oh, fuck. Okay, I was trying to get behind that one. He just detected me. That was a little bit of an L. Alright, I think I'm gonna like this spot. He's asking for the best comp to kill heroic Lich King. Well, I don't know. I just play Rogue. I don't make the raid comps that I participate in. Getting more thick leather. Thick leather sells way more valuable than heavy leather. And, you know, the higher level enemies we go, the more likely we are to see thick leather dropping instead of heavy leather, so I like this. Throw a little stun. Quick bandage, make sure we don't get in trouble. Whoa. No, no! We keep getting screwed. Oh man, we're so far away from the next rank of stealth. I think our stealth is, you know, being low level stealth. We haven't upgraded that spell in a while. It makes it a little bit harder for me to sneak up on these guys. There we go. Now the thick leather, very nice. This looks like a patrol. I can just take out right there. 662 on that ambush, pretty good. Are you gonna play Season of Discovery? Absolutely. That looks way more fun than Wrath of Lich King and Hardcore. I missed. Yeah. Ambush miss. Stunned. Stun that guy right back. Red Mage Weave Vest. 18 intellect. Just straight intellect, no other stat. Okay. 2 mobs together there. Let's not fight that. We can just fight something else instead. This guy out in the middle. Did we miss again? That's awkward. $240 experience per. Well, we are level 39. Pretty good. That's like notably different than the mobs we were killing before. The lower level mobs when we were level 38 were giving about 200 experience per. So this is 20% more per mob, roughly. Well, it's probably even more because they'd probably give even less now that we're level 39. Big ambush. That's how we like to do it. Open with a big ambush. Kill the mob quickly. $264 for the level 41. Okay. Alright, and then when this fades, we can kidney shot. We take very little damage. Alright, these are maybe not respawning fast enough. Did I miss any of them? Let's see. There were the 2 right there that I didn't want to pull because they were like on top of each other. I think there's maybe a couple more in the cave. Yeah, okay, let's go in the cave. If we end up killing... Are these... Oh, those are too close to each other also. That's definitely pulling 2. Okay, let's back out of here. Go back into the more open area where we can maybe grab a couple more kills, and then we can come back to this more dense area once it's respawned. Yeah, I was tipped off about the troll necklaces in Hinterlands and also the Wastewander water pouches. I just have to look and see. Those are both items that drop from mobs that are repeatable quest turn-in. So you just grind on those mobs, get those repeatable turn-ins, and get, you know, bonus XP every time you turn in a bunch of them. And yeah, that'll be soon. We're not quite at the level where we can handle those mobs yet. And I'll just have to look between the mobs in Tanaris for the Wastewander water pouch and the mobs in Hinterlands. Just see which area looks like a better grind spot. You know, more caster mobs. You know, closer mob density, faster respawns. Those are the types of things we're looking for. Did I go too far north? Yeah, I've gone too far north. There we go, tribal raptor feathers. Yeah, this space out here is a little bit too spread out for what I'd like. But we're gonna still have to clear out some of this just because the more dense area doesn't respawn fast enough. And I think we'll be fine here. There's nothing like super alarmingly bad about this grind spot. We go around and we look for different grind spots all the time, and they don't always turn out to be okay. Some of them are like, you look at it on Wowhead, you're like, maybe this will work out. And you go there and it's like some very obviously bad things about it that you couldn't tell from research. Although, I think maybe our kill speed here is not super good. But if we wanted to go back to the other area, we would be all the way up there. That's the known raptor area with the lower level ones. We could have like a really fast kill speed if we went over there. But less XP per mob, which might be good. But we're here now, so we'll just stay here. Oh, shit, that guy's too close. Ghostly strike. Big ambush. 704. That's good. That's above average. Miss. Below average. Miss is not what you want on the ambush. Stun. Oh my god, that was a lot of miss and parry in a row. Okay, we gotta re-up the poisons here. Instant poison. We'll just refresh them both. Probably go back to the burrow area. I bet that's all respawned by now. Good. The raptor hides we typically vendor. They don't sell on the auction house for much. But the heavy leathers, thick leathers, as well as the raptor flesh, we can sell on the auction house for good money. Damn. Turned around before I could ambush. What is this? Infected wound. This is the first time we got that debuff. Physical damage taken increased by 9. It's probably not a big deal. KK, as I just pull 2 mobs. hit an evasion here. Make sure we're fine. We always have preparation as backup if we actually get in a scary situation. We have a lot of ways to keep ourselves alive. We get some unlucky stuff happening. There we go. Loot, loot. Skinning. Skinning. And first aid. There we go. Good distract. I'm thinking this might be a bit slower than I was hoping. I feel like we spent a lot of time here. I don't know if the XP per mob is a lot better, but I think the kill time is a lot worse compared to the lower level enemies, and most of these are not close to each other. This little area is good, but we spend a lot of time outside of this little area where we spend too much time moving between enemies. I just didn't want to do the exact same area for a third level in a row, so I wanted to see if we could find something a little different. It was one of the Razor Maws that put this debuff on me. Most of these mobs are Lash Tail type. They look identical, but different name, probably different ability. I would guess, you know, Wowhead seemed to indicate that most of these mobs would be Lash Tails and only a few Razor Maws. So I'd bet that, you know, just the one Razor Maw I was fighting, you know, the reason I hadn't seen that debuff before is because I was mostly fighting Lash Tails. We failed attempt to skin. Oh, these are actually getting up to my limit on my skinning skill. It's been a long time since we had to train a higher level of skinning. When they get higher level, you can actually have a chance to fail the skinning attempt. Is that a guild for Season of Discovery, Thor? Can I pet that dog? Alright, nice. Are you not trying to play with, Gather Dude? He had accumulated a lot of, new and old, fully rested members to play in Gather's Dudes, I think he was calling it. Nope, don't attack. Ah, okay. I thought he was turning around. I thought he was going to attack me. But I got him. I got the ambush off clean. You know what? I actually say fuck it. Let's leave this place. Let's just go to the low level area where our kill speed will be way, way better. I think we've sat around here long enough and like accumulated a kind of mid amount of experience for how long we've been here. We'll make our way north to the lower level raptor area. And just, of course, kill everything along the way. Wonder if the rare spawn will be up again. We were grinding that for a long time yesterday. And towards the end of our grind session, we had a rare spawn pop up. That was pretty cool. And I pet that dog. This video went viral. Huh. The little kid wanting to pet a dog. Okay, I'll look at it.
Can I pet that dog?
No.
Can I pet that dog?
No.
Can I pet that dog?
No, he's
Can I
sleeping.
pet that dog? Can I pet that dog?
You can go to sleep.
Okay, he really wants to pet the dog. I get it. When I see a dog, that's usually my first thought, too. Bloodfen Scythe Claw. Okay. This is a smaller raptor, slightly lower level. Ambush was half of its health. There's a pretty large area on Wowhead, like throughout this whole region, where it said these mid-level raptors were spawning. But if there's not like one dense area of them, it's hard to turn it into a grind spot. Yeah, the XP was good, 220. 200, because that was a level 38 was 220, level 37 was 200. Missed ambush. We invested more points in combat, we could get precision, but we're a little ways off from that right now. There we go. Swamp ooze. Oozes are usually pickpocketable, in my experience. But there was the other mob next to him, so I just kept going this way, where I can fight this mob alone. An ambush for 654. Shit, the first half of our world buffs is gone already. Alright, look at this. 93 copper pickpocket. Let's go. This is not a creature I would expect to be pickpocketable. Rock the Bork hat. Yes, it would be. I agree. But I still need to glue back together my other headset that's compatible with more of my hats. Right now, what the? Oh, I didn't have Distract available. Right now that one's broken, so I need to fix it before I can, go back to my full range of hats, which I could do on the weekend when I don't have, a live stream every single day. Another swamp ooze for us to pickpocket, of course. Worn junk box. Nice. Is Twitch your only job? I write for Wowhead and I make YouTube stuff, and that all together comprises my income. Yeah. Slimy bag. What is that? Withered Mire Beast. Okay, slimy bag. Right click to open. Silver leaf and some silver. Corrosive swamp ooze. Wait. Pickpocket. Pickpocket. Oh, I got a junk box off of him, but then he saw me. Whatever, we'll evasion. 2 mobs on me. What is this? Physical damage does reduce by 20. Corrosive. Oh, that's bad. Physical damage does reduce by 40. We might not... That could get to a point where we could actually not kill that thing. Holy shit. We are not going to fight those mobs anymore. Corrosive swamp ooze? No, thank you. Oh, I aggroed the crocodile. Well, I'm not ready to fight it, so I'm just gonna keep walking. And lose interest, exactly. Aval Reeves, who's that? Is this a vendor? This is the important thing. Is there anyone at this camp who can buy stuff? No. Looks like that's a no. On the level 50 rogue questline, you had to get an item off of as Shara oozes. I had a friend killing them for hours for the quest drop, and then I asked him if he had been pickpocketing or not. Was he supposed to pickpocket off of them? Or what? To get the quest item. I'm not familiar with that stage of the quest. I just remember picking the cloak that reduces my fall damage taken and being happy with that. And you have to go into Sunken Temple also for that quest line. I remember that. Faramore Sentry. Just scouting if any of these NPCs are vendors. That's what we want. We're pretty close to our raptor area now, so that's good. Theramore Sentry, Theramore Sentry. Private Hendel.
Need help?
Looks like no vendors, but that's okay. We're at the raptor area now. Oh, I remember. I looked on Wowhead. I looked at all the vendors in the zone before. We actually determined that already. The only vendors in the zone for Alliance were in Theramore. Yeah, Theramore and Nat Pagel. That's correct. Okay. Now we're back in our element. Area we've grinded quite a lot before. It looks like there's some other people in this area too. Look, the corpses over there. But what we should have here is less experience per mob, but incredibly fast kill speed. And I think that should improve our overall XP per hour. Dead. Someone not being skinning in hardcore. Yikes. Free money. You're just leaving it on the table. Should have never left here. That's what I say. We had a good spot, and then I just got bored of it and screwed everything up. Should have just stayed here. I didn't think I would aggro that one with the call for help. What? And now this one's coming too. It's fine. We're very powerful with these world buffs. And we can handle it. And look, they're all dead now. Yeah, here we are cruising, and I like it. Going real fast through these mobs. Look at that, just ambush demolishing that health pool. Good. This feels right. That part, not exactly what we planned. Missing ambush, not the way. 1, 2, 3. Ambush, ghostly, hemorrhage. Mob's dead. Ambush, hemorrhage. We can't do another ghostly because it's on cooldown because we killed the mob so fast. Go for this guy. Should be another guy, yeah, on the other side of that hill. You know you're doing it right when you can't even ghostly strike every single mob. Because your total time from one mob to the next is less than 20 seconds. Alright, that's the end of the soundtrack for Diddy Kong. It's got that weird, I don't know what it is at the end, but a bunch of weird sound effects. This is a situation where we are almost certainly going to fill up the inventory before we level up. Especially because we have all this junk from the oozes and other monsters we killed along the way that doesn't stack with all the raptor loot. I think it's going to be great when we get into the 40s level range and we can start doing those troll tribal necklaces and the Waste Wander water pouches. We'll probably stay there for many levels. Just repeating that quest turn in. Wonder if we could start that at level 40. I think some of the lowest level Waste Wander bandits are like 40 to 41. So ideally we want to fight things a little lower level than us, but maybe the like potential for the quest turn in is good enough that we just do that. And we'll have a bit of a power spike by equipping Gut Ripper, of course. We might be going too fast. We circled around to this area already, and it's not fully respawned. Maybe I need to make my loop a little bit wider and make sure I get every mob here in my rotation. If you want to know about Expose Armor versus Sunder Armor, you can read on the Discord. There are many questions that are asked over and over and over and over again. And that's one of them. There's a lot of information on the Discord in the FAQ section. It's all organized within the index channel. Just has all the topics. Latest YouTube video talks about that as well. The live stream is for questions like, what's your favorite color? Or, what's your favorite breed of dog? Or, why is the English longbow overhyped and not actually that good of an archery accomplishment for the European civilizations that used it? You know, those type of questions. What was your favorite type of math in school? Asking as a fellow math nerd. Well, I'll tell you what, I actually really didn't like math as a subject in elementary and middle school. I thought it was way too simple. Because the math I was doing in elementary and middle school was like, in like middle school is like a 2-digit multiplication of like, what is 54 times 36 or something like that. That's the question. And it's like, it was just, it was not interesting or compelling. It's just like, plug it into a calculator, there's the answer, or like, just do the multiplication, there's the, like, there's no creativity to it. And in high school, I had a very good math teacher, who really presented mathematics as more of a problem solving, and a puzzle type of a subject of, you know, it wasn't just straight like multiplication tables, multiply these two numbers together. It was, here's a problem, how can you use math to figure it out? You know, how do you set up your equations properly to model this situation? And showed a lot more like real life application, like, here's your phone bill that costs $10 a month plus 50 cents per call. You know, how many calls per month do you need to make for this to be cheaper or more expensive than this other plan, right? So it was presented in a much better way. So yeah, that's the like grade school math stuff. For the like advanced university level math topics, I really, my favorite area of math was combinatorics, which are counting problems. An example of a combinatorics problem would be like, on a chessboard, how many different ways can you position a black and a white rook on the board such that they are not attacking each other? And you can, you know, put in whatever kind of conditions you want. And you create interesting math problems of like, okay, how do you count these? How do you make sure you're not counting the same case twice? What's defined as a different position and a same position? Like, if you had the chessboard and you just rotated it, does that count as a different position of the two rooks? And there's a lot of I don't know, I like the combinatorics problems. Work on slot machine math for a living, so I love combinatorics and Markov chains. Damn, Markov chains. I learned about those on my own time. I implemented a modified Markov chain into the Wrath of the Lich King spreadsheet to be able to model the uptime of deadly poison. Because I needed like state-based probability of like, you know, if you're at 1 stack right now, you know, the chances you're at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 stacks, you know, 5 seconds from now is different than if you're at 4 stacks already. So I have an actual full fucking like Markov chain type of calculation embedded into the spreadsheet just to handle the deadly poison uptime calculation. I thought that was pretty good. Alright, I do think we're moving a little faster than the respawn rate of these mobs. So what I want to do is make sure I take the widest circle around I can and make sure I kill every single mob on each lap. When we were level lower and didn't have world buffs, our kill rate was slow enough that we didn't really have to worry about that too much, because there'd just always be some mobs in front of us. But now with our kill rate being faster, it's maybe an issue. Who's your favorite sage from Ocarina of Time? The sages, like, you don't, most of the characters that are sages, you don't, like, know they're sages until the end of the story. And it's all revealed. They're, like, in the Temple of Time. Oh, my God. The Sage of... Okay, I'm trying to think. Saria is the sage for the Forest Temple. Raru, this, like, old, pudgy dude, is the Sage of Time, and he's always in a robe. You don't see him outside of the temple. Saria, Sage of Forest. Darunia, Sage of Fire. Yeah, he's the Goron dude. Sage of Ruto, Sage of Water. Ruto had, like, this weird thing for your character, and it was, like, trying to get some interspecies action going or something. It was, like, not my style. Definitely not a fan. Impa, Sage of Shadow. Naburu, Sage of Spirit. Zelda, 7th Sage. 2, 3. I don't think Zelda counts. I don't remember Zelda counting as a sage. I have to go with Raru, Sage of Light. Most relatable. Or, Darunia. Yeah, actually, I changed my mind. Darunia. Definitely my favorite. He was cool. He literally eats rocks. Who thinks of that kind of shit? It's like, let's create a fantasy race of creatures to populate our world. Oh, what's gonna be special about them? Let's make it a whole race of creatures that literally consume rocks for sustenance. Okay. Okay, we'll call them the Gorons. They eat rocks, and they live in a mountain. Rubik says, that's killer. I use a Markov chain to calculate the odds that a death roll will last N turns. I don't think, for that problem, I don't think you need the heavy machinery of a Markov chain. Well, maybe you do. Hang on, let me think about that a little bit. The chance for it to end is your chance to hit a 1. But the chance to hit a 1... Yeah, okay, maybe you do need something like a Markov chain to calculate that. Because I was just thinking, like, all you need to care about is, like, what's your chance to fail? Your chance to fail is just your chance to get a 1, but your chance to get a 1 depends on what the previous roll was. So yeah, it is a state-based probability to calculate something like that. Autoclave says, good place to live if you eat rocks. I mean, yeah, I mean, they made it all, like, make sense, but, like, just, like, what food do these creatures, does this race of, creatures eat? Oh, you know, rocks. Nutrient-rich rocks. Well, I mean, once you have that established, then yeah, it totally makes sense that they live in a hollowed-out mountain, where they can literally just eat the walls. Suppose you're interested in seeing a specific value X get rolled at least once during a death roll. Probability of rolling X at least once is just 1 over x. Surely the lower numbers have higher probability. Oh. Well, yeah, that your answer does conform to that.
Log damage.
Yeah, that's an
77
interesting,
height.
simple answer that I wouldn't have expected. Leiston Trit coming in with a prime. Thank you for 4 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. We are working on hardcore. We did a little bit of Ice Crown Citadel today. Some stuff dropped that was good for us. Not much dropped that was good for us, but the stuff that did drop that was good for us went for a lot of gold. We could not afford it. The Tosk's maximized bracers went for, I think it was 150 gold. Sorry, 150,000 gold. Big difference there. Alright. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. This fucking mob is in the ground here. Where is it? Raid target icon, blue square. Maybe I can see it. This has happened to me a couple times. I like walk over this hill and I get in combat. Can't even see it. Is it in the sky? I don't know where this mob is. Am I in throw range? It attempted to melee me one time. Alright, we're getting distracted. That's not important. Did Snoopy actually pay out that 340k? I assume so. Let me look at the post for the spreadsheet. Wait, they didn't post the spreadsheet. Yeah, I mean, when you bid on stuff, you're not fucking around. Like, if you put a 340,000 gold bid on it, you're paying 340,000 gold. That's not something that gets joked about. So yeah, I would assume so. Although I'm not sure if Snoopy's kept the item or gave it to someone else in the raid. That will happen sometimes, where one person buys the item and just gives it to someone else in a raid. Expertly separated. Oh, never mind. The call for help got them both. I was about to flex how well I separated those mobs. Yeah, not every day you see a rogue bid 340,000 gold on a caster trinket. But we did see that today. He gave it to Alinis. Nice. Big ambush, 723. Nice. Only half an hour left on our world buffs. I feel sad because we went and got those world buffs, and then we went to a mob area that I wasn't sure if it was going to be good or not. So we ended up essentially wasting a lot of time on the world buffs, finding out that it wasn't that good before coming back here. Big ambush. Ghostly strike. Hemorrhage. And double miss. Dodge, miss, miss. Oh, that was a lot right at the end there. A little bit more than than I was expecting to happen in a row. Miss on the ambush. We gotta go. We gotta respec. What I realized you could do is at level 45, I think it was, you can get improved ambush, remorseless attacks, and you can get blade flurry all in one. And the dream is press blade flurry, then enter stealth, then walk up to 2 mobs that are right next to each other quickly while you still have blade flurry, and then ambush and have the ambush get cleaved onto 2 different targets. That's the dream. And also, if we go into a more combat-oriented build, we will have 5% bonus hit chance, and we won't miss ambush against equal level enemies anymore. Which is, you know, super frustrating when that happens. Did you find out, Thor, did you find that out from, like, looking at the logs or something? Checking what buffs players had when, or what? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to what happened to that trinket. After it went for 340 gold, that's pretty much all I cared about. She didn't have it equipped until Putricide. Okay, yeah, makes sense. I wonder if there are mobs that are weak enough that I can one-shot them with ambush, but they still give experience. Like, I'm talking literal ambush one-shot. I bet that's a no. I mean, we'd have to have a mob with, like, 600 health or something. 600 to 700 health. That would still give me experience. Miss, 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 parry. I aggroed like 3 different above 40 level whelps. I was stealthing through. They just like detected me and then started chain aggroing, and I sprinted away from them. And once we get into the Tanaris or Hinterlands leveling range where we're doing the Wastewander water pouches, one thing that's going to be nice is those mobs are pickpocketable. You can pickpocket things instantly. Skinning is adding 3 to 4 seconds to each mob kill. And when you're killing hundreds of mobs per level, it adds up. So having a mob that is actually not skinnable, well, like, we don't get money from skinning. We do get some money from the pickpocketing, so, like, that's alright. And the pickpocketing doesn't cost us very much extra time. Just every once in a while we'll have to, you know, picklock a worn junk box. And when we hit 40, we will definitely do Razorfen Downs for the Vanquisher's Blade. I have to think about whether I actually want to do Scarlet Monastery. I mean, we should probably do Scarlet Monastery, but we don't care too much about the Sword of Serenity, and we also have to go all over the friggin' world to get the prerequisite quest done for that, which is kind of annoying. I looked, and there is a Dagger reward for the Scarlet Monastery quest. The dagger is called Black Menace, but it's a 1.5 speed dagger, which makes it not that good for ambushing. Which is disappointing. Dead. Gonna play Season of Discovery? Absolutely. I haven't really decided, you know, where I'm gonna play, what faction or whatever. Definitely going rogue first. Probably make multiple rogues. Probably make other classes as well. I'm thinking I just want to have one of each melee DPS. Go. Pull him away. Maybe he doesn't screech and aggro others. Yeah, I think I did that right. Didn't get aggro from anything else from that guy. Yeah, I'm super excited to play Season of Discovery. Like, none of the changes they've talked about or, like, new things have been things that I'm like, ugh, that's kind of bad. Pretty much everything they've talked about has been like, wow, that's exciting. I think that's a good change. So, very hyped for that. We're about halfway through this level, making good progress, I think. These quick-to-kill mobs is definitely the way to go. Don't want to push the levels too high, don't want to make it take too long to kill each mob. Dodged my ghostly strike, dodged my hemorrhage, parried my... Parry everything, dodge, dodge, parry, miss. Disappointing. Although, as soon as these world buffs fade, the time to kill on each of these mobs is gonna go up. We'll see by how much. Alright, I'm going over here. What the? Oh, we're... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Am I dropping frames yet? Disconnected? Uh-oh. My stream's still live. It's looking like everything's still there, but look at this. This is unresponsive. Okay, we're back. There we go. 1 second. Yeah, sometimes when that happens, when you press an ability and it, like, highlights the ability, but it doesn't do the ability for a while, it's a sign that your client is getting disconnected, but it seemed to be more just like a lag spike, and I think we're good now. That's, usually not that big of a deal, whatever, lag spike, but in hardcore, could mean you're dead. Reapply this. Yeah, let me look just a second, Thor. %38.5%, 78.4%. Oh, this is on Warcraft logs. I do not know. Resisted critical 1.8. Resisted critical tick 38.17. Critical tick 42.71. Critical hit 3.22. Do those all add up to 78.4 perhaps? I don't know where the 38.5 comes from that chart, but yeah, I do not know about that. That is actually a Warcraft logs question. Alright, we got a little bit out of order here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why Warcraft logs is so dumb and bad. And I stopped wondering about that a long time ago. Just Warcraft logs is dumb and bad, and that's the way it is. Alright, I'll catch you later, Thor. We'll be level 40 before this stream is done. That's the goal for today. We're gonna lose our world buffs, then we're gonna be sad, then we're gonna keep going to level 40, then we're gonna buy our mount, equip our Gut Ripper, and be happy. Okay? Also, have way more gold, because we have all this heavy leather, and thick leather, and raptor hides, and raptor flesh. No need for slice and dice. When you kill the mobs that fast. Thick leather? Hell yeah. Move towards the next target here. This guy was a little bit out of the way. '86, hello? What's up? What do you mean I've changed? What's different? Hardcore? Yeah, well, Wrath Lich King's kind of fucking lame, so... Gets really old really fast when all you do is gatekeep people out of your raids because the average player can't complete the mechanics. Or you invite people to your raid without sufficient gatekeeping, and then they blow up with unstable magic and kill you 12 times in a row on Syndragosa. Or die to Shadow Trap and do 100 or more wipes on, yeah, Heroic Lich King. That, not fun, believe it or not. So this is basically the Season of Discovery waiting room, to be completely honest. Like, they just announced today that they'll be putting in the percentage bonus buff for Icecrown Citadel, and it won't get up to 30%, I think they said, until, like, February. It's like, okay, maybe Icecrown Citadel will be fun then. 2 months after it got released. Maybe it'll be fun. Wait, January would put... February would put it to... That's like 3 or 4 months after its release. It's like, why? I just feel like this ultra-hard content is... content that's catering to the, like, top 1% of people that try to make this game into their job. Or take it, like, way, way too seriously. And, like... And, the most common and, I think, stupid retort to this is, you know, Heroic isn't for everyone. You can just go normal. Oh, you can't do Heroic? Well, that's what normal mode is for. It's less satisfying to kill the boss in normal mode, knowing that a more difficult mode exists. You know, you don't get the same achievements, you don't get the mount, you get worse loot, And when you loot an item and you say, oh, this is probably the best I'm going to get, it's a much different experience than when you go and you kill Kel'Thuzad and he drops Gressel Dawn of Ruin, and you're like, holy shit, this is Gressel Dawn of Ruin, the best weapon in the game. It's way more exciting. And it's just like, why make it so, you know, such a small percentage of your player base can experience that? I think it's stupid. I was thinking of making a video about that rant of, like, game is too difficult, and I realized I already made that video back in Ulduar when less than half the player base was clearing Algalon after, like, 12 weeks of Ulduar being out. And I rewatched my own video about it, and I was like, wait, I pretty much said everything in this 8-month-old video. And I decided, no, I mean, I could just make the video again and say the same thing slightly differently and in the context of Icecrown Citadel. Okay, this is some energy, but it's not the energy for grinding raptors endlessly. Alright, this should be a good track. Split made between normal and heroic was made in answer to TBC raids being too hard for a lot of guilds back in the day. Yeah, in TBC Classic, most of the bosses were pretty accessible, I would say. There were some hiccups like the pre-nerf Vosh and KT, and then, like, not everyone... Sunwell wasn't really that accessible. But none of that came to the level of exclusivity as Ulduar hard modes and Icecrown Citadel heroic modes. Those are, like, completely, like, on another level of, like, you can't do this content, this game isn't for you anymore. Alright, the Love of the World buffs are gonna leave us soon. 5 minutes on Zandalar, 7 minutes on Onyxia. It's been good. We knew they wouldn't last forever. I really hope they don't fuck up Season of Discovery and make the raids, like, turbo difficult or something. I mean, I really don't think that's going to happen, but I'm a little bit afraid that it could. Because, like, I read these dev interviews and they say shit like, wow, it's really cool watching guilds progress week after week on the heroic stuff. On, like, the heroic Icecrown Citadel, and, you know, oh, we don't want to rob guilds of the opportunity to clear the boss before the buff comes out. This stuff of, like... It's hard for me to imagine a lot of people not killing Lich King and also not wanting a buff to come out to help them make it easier. Yeah, Sunwell, I mean, like, Brutalis, you had to have some, like, really geared tanks, and, Calicos, you needed a little bit of coordination. Eridar Twins was one that had a mechanic that was, like, not a good kind of mechanic. The kind of mechanic where it selects one person at random, and they need to react quickly, and they need to do the correct thing very quickly if they get selected, or else the entire group wipes. And the problem with that is you need to ensure everyone in your raid knows what the fuck is going on and can react quickly enough, or there's going to be a lot of wipes. Yeah, but I think, Zam, I think the introduction of the heroics and the fact that the heroic, difficult modes, the hard modes, gave better loot. I think that cheapens the experience and worsens the experience for people who only do, or who are doing normal mode. So I don't think it's like oh, this is for the sweaties and this is for everyone else. When you have the best loot in the hard mode that's inaccessible to most people, I do think that makes the game, you know, less exciting for the people not clearing the hard modes, which is going to be the majority of the way hard modes are these days. How much frost resistance would you recommend for Heroic Sindragosa? I feel like I'm always just dead. Well, that fight generally just sucks for rogues. My guild started out doing some amount of frost resist. We used like the crafted ring and the resistance flask, and we've since just stopped doing that. Sindragosa is just one that is not friendly to rogues, not friendly to a fast attacking melee class. And that's just the way it's going to be. Rogues are just going to be very high on the chilled to the bone damage taken meter. You are just going to have to stop attacking. The frost resist is not going to make that part really go away. Alright, this might be our last mob with Spirit of Zandalar. Say goodbye, chat. Spirit of Zandalar, movement speed, and all stats is leaving us. Agility 184, spellbook 19.78 crit, and now we have 160 and we have 18.4 crit. Unlucky. Alright, we have a little bit of goodness left with a couple minutes of Dragon Slayer. Cindy is the stupidest fight. Probably spent more time hiding behind an ice tomb than doing anything else. Yeah, probably. And then you hid behind the ice tomb and one of your casters still in week 6 didn't know how Unchained Magic works. So they also hid behind the ice tomb and then exploded on you for 10,000 damage and wiped the raid. Am I getting that right? Is that a relatable experience for anyone else in chat? Or is that just me? And literally every raid I've ever attended. Oh, shit. Okay. We got both of the ads. Whatever. Rule evasion. And Dragon Slayer's gone too now. We have to grind out the whole rest of this way without Dragon Slayer. See, this is like, look, if we just never got the world buffs in the first place, then we wouldn't know what it's like to grind without them. We wouldn't feel that decrease in power. What if we shouldn't have gotten the world buffs in the first place? And then we wouldn't have had the dumb idea to go fight the level 41 raptors or go through the level 44 dragon area. We'd probably be level 40 already by now if we didn't get world buffs, because I wouldn't have wasted time doing that. Oh, yeah. Dude, I love those Ziggler procs. They have quite a animation to them. The giant nature damage, shock effect, lightning effect. .600 ambush crit. Yeah, we're probably not going to see very many more 700 ambush crits until we equip Gut Ripper at level 40. Then we'll see some, probably. How'd you come across Gut Ripper? Lucky drop? Well, the thing about that is I was grinding raptors over here, yesterday, and I got a whisper from someone who was just like, hey you, I think you dropped this behind this tree over here. Is this your Gut Ripper? And then they invited me to a group, and I accepted the group. And then they came over and just open traded and gave me the Gut Ripper. That was the first time that, I think that was the first time in the history of the Simonized show that I had straight up streamer bennies, you know? People just coming up to me, trading me shit. Felt good. Felt real good. It's about last I checked, Gut Ripper was about 80 gold in the auction house. That's like a whole nother mount worth of gold, just about. So that's how I came across Gut Ripper. And I think I want to get a +4, probably +4, or see if I could afford a +5. I don't know how many people even would have the +5 recipe. Weapon damage enchant for this. Be quite good. My current weapon has an average damage of 45 on that damage range there. Gut Ripper's average damage is 61. So that's a huge increase. It's like a 33% increase roughly, going from 45, maybe 30%. Going from 45 weapon damage to 61. It's gonna be big, but we need to get 8 more bubbles of experience before we get that. at all this. We have about 30 gold in the mail, I think. I got some gold from my bank alt. So, like, we have enough gold to get the mount. It's not a question. The question is, how much gold are we going to have left over to buy other fun stuff? And in case anyone was wondering, I already know what color of mount I'm going to get. I'm definitely getting the Black Stallion, the one that you have to buy in Menethil. So I have to go to Menethil to buy the mount, and then I have to go to Eastvale Logging Camp to get the training. Because this color of mount is not sold at Eastvale Logging Camp, the main, like, human mount place. And you can't get mount training at Menethil. So if you need both, you have to go from one place for the mount itself, and then the other place for the training. Most colors of mounts are sold at, you know, both mount vendors, but the black level 40 mount is unique to a Menethil vendor. I learned that the hard way when I was getting my mount on my first hardcore character, the one from the unofficial servers. I didn't realize that the mount vendor at Menethil Harbor couldn't do your normal mount training. So I was in like Stormwind or something, inside Hearthstone, after I hit 40. And I just went straight up to Menethil, because I was like, I know this special like mount skin is there. So I'm just going to go there, I'm going to get my training and my mount in Menethil. And I went there, and I got the mount, and then I like looked at every single NPC over there, and I'm like, none of these guys can give me mount training. And I have to go all the way back from Menethil with the mount in my bags from Menethil all the way back down to Stormwind, into Elwyn Forest, over to Eastvale Logging Camp to then actually get the mount training. It was a bit of an adventure, and now we know better and we can route that a little bit more efficiently. Getting close to bags being full. When that happens, we gotta go back to Theramore, the closest spot with a vendor. But we don't have to run through any dangerous mobs like we did on the way here, because we can just, like, when we came in, we went this way. But now we can just go like that, there and back pretty easy. Probably save it so we have like a couple inventory spots open when we head over, so that I can still like kill and loot things along the way. We just aggroed a bunch of mobs. He dodged the ghostly strike. This is why we have healing potions. So even when dumb shit like this happens, yeah, well, we didn't actually get in danger, but this is what healing potions are for. Oh, what is this? Marauders Mail Gauntlets of the Bear. Those should be good. Strength Stamina is a desirable stat combination, so I'm happy about that. Ooh, what is this? Mercenary Blade of the Bear. Weapon. Strength, stamina. That is even better, probably. Level 31 weapon of the bear. 18.7 DPS. What is this blue thing? There's snow in this region? There we are. Heavy leather. I'm gonna take a guess, and I'm gonna say that when most streamers are leveling characters in hardcore, they do not take my approach of literally grinding the same mob area for 3 levels in a row. Is that... And does anyone who watches other streamers here, like hardcore streamers, know this? Like, I'm gonna assume they don't do this, and I'm gonna guess that's because this is maybe not the most compelling thing to watch. If you ask me, it's very chill, and it kind of scratches that itch of being efficient. You know? Just chilling. Which, you know, maybe that doesn't make super, like, viewable, watchable, exciting content. You know, doing quests and almost dying. Over and over, you know, almost dying, getting into dangerous spots. That's certainly more engaging. Asmund gets those troll things to turn in from people. That's the only one I've seen, which is even more boring than grinding, but you level up fast. Yeah, I looked, when I was thinking about the troll tribal necklaces and the, what is it, Waste Wander water pouches, I looked at the price of those on this server. This is the same server that Asmongold and the, like, OnlyFangs streamer guild is on. The Waste Wander water pouches were, like, 60 silver a piece. And the troll tribal necklaces were like 45 silver a piece. They're like super expensive. I mean, when we go there and start grinding them, if we want some gold, we could just sell them rather than turn them in for bonus experience. And we would make probably a lot of gold. But that's probably due to like a big spike in demand from a bunch of streamers, you know, having their fans buy a bunch of them for them to power level. That is kind of hilarious, though. Do you think about it? Someone has such a large following that he's just like, okay, send me 100,000 warrant troll tribal necklaces. We need to power level. And then I presume maybe like I didn't watch the clip. Like mailbox is just full of them. He spends 30 minutes going between the mailbox and the turn-in vendor. Or turn-in NPC. I think that's even more extreme than having someone that's like willing to hang out and mob tag to help you like grind way faster. The amount of I think the amount of resources, like one or two people can vastly improve your grinding speed if they're helping you mob tag. But troll tribal necklaces, you need a lot of those. You need the resources of multiple, you know, maybe dozens or more people to be able to really power level like that. Okay, we filled up the inventory. Yeah, certainly standing at the NPC and turning in things over and over. I also, you know, it's a little bit like, I guess the appeal of it is that it's like super degen. It's like a level of degen that you normally could not experience or witness, you know? Just because the like sheer amount of resources it requires. So that's what I could imagine being the appeal. But that's certainly not a stream I would watch either. Alright, on the road back to Theramore. We can sort our inventory now, so when we get there, it's easier to deal with. These, there we go. Heavy leather, heavy leather, heavy leather, heavy leather. We can put all the thick leather in this bag. Put all the raptor flesh. That can be sold on the auction house for about double the vendor price, so that's worthwhile. Then we have some large fang, pointy crocodilus tooth. No, we don't want that. That's a vendor trash item. Silver leaf, probably vendor trash. Vendor. Then we'll have to pick lock these worn junk boxes. We could do that right now. Whatever. Worn junk box, let's go. Oh, we might not have inventory room to take the contents out of the worn junk box. Alright, we'll see. Deathweed? Yeah, we can't take that out. This we can take out, though. And now that box is destroyed, so now we can take the deathweed out, too. Oh, there's another raptor flesh. Put it over there. And then these are the greens that we're going to mail back to the bank alt. Syndicate emblem can go there. Good, and then that should make it really easy when we hit up the mailbox. Quickly send this all where it needs to go. And vendor the rest of it and get right back to the raptors. We've had this wonderful tunic. I forget, I think we got this in Wetlands. Raptor Bane armor. 30 attack power when fighting beasts. So we've been using that over the Tunic of Westfall. 11 agility. So this thing's 19 more attack power. But we get, you know, less critical strike, less dodge. But I think that's worth it. I think that's a good trade. What I'm really excited for is once we, you know, are over the hurdle of being able to afford the mount, we get to go back to spending all of our gold on just, like, continuously buying upgrades off of the auction house. Which is fun. Yeah, I got 30 gold here, and we 100 gold. Alright. Simonize 2. Heavy leather. Thick leather, pointy crocodilus tooth, some greens, and the raptor flesh. Hoping to get the Velithria dagger this weekend. Still using boot blade. That's an old one. Never saw Freya dagger or a dagger in TOGC. Yeah, well, I've had I would say bad luck with the daggers so far. My Assassination Rogue alt, of all the daggers that possibly drop, has seen a grand total of 2. One Longbreaker, and a normal mode Heaven's Fall. Never saw Heart Pierce, never saw Rib Spreader on that character. This is counting the 10-man daggers also. Never saw Blood Sipper or Flesh Carving Scalpel or Storm Fury. Literally, I've only seen 2 daggers, and I mean, I got them, so I'm in a better situation than you are, Itzerp. You've definitely had worse luck than I have. So I would say, good luck to you. Pretty much any dagger that drops will be great. Forgot to send those away. There we go. That dagger would be like 300 plus DPS for me. Massive. Yeah. Yeah. That happens when you don't get an weapon upgrade for 2 phases. Oh, what is that? Going from a boot blade up to a Lungbreaker, let's say heroic Lungbreaker. That's 28 item levels. 245. No, it's 30. It's 33 item. 20. Yes, 33 item levels, going from 245 up to 277. Damn. That's a lot of item levels on your... It's gonna be a big upgrade. And you know, the saddest thing is, there's a bunch of raids that either don't have Assassination Rogues, or already gave the one Assassination Rogue in their raid a dagger, and have been disenchanting all the daggers for weeks. Pour one out for our disenchanted Heart Pierces. As an all-classic Andy, if you have any interest in the world first race on retail, it has become maximum cringe, I think. Not really. I haven't watched a world first race. I don't think I've actually ever watched a world first race. I think I might have like tuned in once or twice to be like, what is this? And it's just like watching it is just as miserable, I would imagine, as actually wiping the Lich King 100 times. You know, like watching people just wipe to the same boss for hours on end, just doesn't seem that interesting to me. Can't you buy the normal daggers from Sidereal Vendor? The best dagger you can get from Titan Rune Dungeons is Combatant's Bootblade. The 245 normal mode dagger out of Trial of the Crusader that you buy for Defiler's Scourge Stone is actually just worse than Combatant's Bootblade, which you buy for Sidereal Essence. The main difference is the Defiler Scourgestone one has a worse secondary stats. It's got armor pen on it, and the boot blade is like crit haste, which are both higher value stats. More ideal for what you want as an assassination rogue, and they're the same eye level, so they have the same, you know, weapon DPS and same like total amount of stats. I'm not sure exactly how the socket is weighted in terms of the, like, item's stat budget, but the boot blade has a socket and the other thing... What the fuck is this? I've seen that a couple times. Did you guys see that? The little blue thing falling through the sky, like, moving across the screen? Am I losing my fucking mind, or was there a little blue thing just, like, strolling across the screen? So you did a talent guide for a Season of Discovery. It would not be better to hit talents for the BFD raid. Most of the problem with accessing precision is like pretty much everything in the first row of combat is dead. Like, you don't gain DPS for taking dodge. If you happen to be Sinister Strike Saber Slash build, then sure, you take improved Sinister Strike, but you still invest 3 points in something that gives you 0 DPS bonus, is the dodge chance. Whereas when you invest in the Assassination tree, every single point you spend is giving you a DPS gain. So you just like that's it. Like, you have a very limited number of talent points, only 16. So if you're gonna spend 3 or 5 points on talents that do not improve your, DPS at all, just to access some other talents that do improve your DPS, like, those better be completely fucking insane talents, and they're just not. What's the best hat to wear for a heroic Lich King kill? I would wear this one. Kangaroo leather, made in Australia. Looks like Crocodile Dundee. Kind of. That's how you let Lich King know you aren't messing around. Alright, we're back. Our inventory is cleared. We're gonna get the rest of these XP bars. We're gonna hit level 40. It's gonna be good. What's our time played so far? 3 hours, 18 minutes. Wow. We did not do this level quickly. Shit. Maybe we should go back to questing. Maybe once we're 40 and we have a mount, maybe we do questing again. Maybe we, the grind levels have been perhaps a little too much. Isn't 3% hit and 30% crit with Mutilate better than going... I don't think you understand how good Relentless Strikes is, and you can't get both of those. You can't get Relentless Strikes and those things. There's a lot of good talents. Okay? You invest points in any of the trees, they're gonna provide damage gain. But some talents are built different. Okay? Relentless Strikes, 11-point assassination talent, in most circumstances, is a better talent than Adrenaline Rush, which is a 31-point combat talent. And I would say, even in most circumstances, it's not even close that Relentless Strikes is just giving you so much energy. Like Relentless Strikes is just not a talent you skip. It's completely imbalanced how good it is compared to the points you spend elsewhere. And you don't need to spend any talent points on talents that contribute 0 to your DPS to unlock Relentless Strikes. Here, actually, we can pause the grind a little bit. I'll pull up. I'll show you what I've got going on with the spreadsheet. We can flip the talents around and see how much of a DPS loss it is compared to a Relentless Strikes setup. Have you tried this thing other streamers do where you just tag the mob and 10 others kill it for you? That would be great. Whisper me if you're willing to join my group and help me do that. We could do that. If you guys want to come here and mob tag stuff, I will happily accept. But let's see, here we are. This is the combat build. Where's my Mutilate build? Here we go. Okay, 119 DPS. Paste that there. This is with this talent spread: 5 opportunity, 5 malice, 3 ruthlessness, 2 murder, 1 relentless strikes. Let's make a bad build instead, where we don't take these points and we instead take these points. This is 11 plus 5. Yeah, that's 16 points. We're now at 115 DPS. So we lost 3.4% of our damage to do that. So seems bad. Seems good. Relentless strikes. Here, let me show you one thing. 119 DPS, right? Remove relentless strikes. 6 DPS loss. That one talent is 5% of your damage output. That's how fucking good that talent is. 1 point, 5%. I'd probably level up just with regular combat talents. I guess it kind of depends how early you can get some of the runes. It's like, you don't know. Like, if you can get Mutilate, like, right away, and Deadly Brew, like, super early, then, you know, once you have Mutilate and Deadly Brew, then I'm probably just mutilating and Deadly Brewing everything. Well, no, Deadly Brew's not going to be online at least until level 20, because you don't even get poisons until level 20. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably level up just like I would on Classic Arrow, going with a normal combat build up to level... Well, normally I'd do up to level 24, and then I'd switch to ambush build, but I wouldn't switch build for 1 level worth of leveling in Season of Discovery, with the level cap being 25. But when we go, well, I don't know about that even. I was gonna say when we go from 25 to 40, I'd probably do ambush build, but I wasn't really even thinking about the impact of the new runes. Anyways, there's a bunch of, I made up a section about, Season of Discovery talent builds on the Discord, if you want to check that out. Here it is again. The little blue thing. You guys saw it that time, right? Someone please tell me you saw that. Because I feel like I'm going crazy here. 3 levels of raptors will do that to a man. Place the instant poisons. I think it was Joel. It probably was Joel. I'm actually going to be checking the stream VOD to see if that is Look, if I'm actually hallucinating little blue dots on the screen, that's probably a serious health problem that I should investigate more. Gonna have to rewatch the VOD to see if those are showing up in the VOD. If that would tell me they're actually real. Mr. Bungle with the Joel Raptor grind? Hell yeah. Don't worry, we're almost done with the Raptors. You see, just a couple more bubbles, and then we'll either start doing actual quests, or at a very minimum, we'll find something else to grind. Hide. Heavy hides aren't actually that good. Medium hides actually sell for a lot more, but we've leveled past the range of mobs that will ever give us medium hides again. So we have to look forward to our thick hides and rugged hides when we get a little bit higher level, but heavy hide just doesn't seem to be very desirable, so it doesn't sell very much. Medium hide must have like a much better crafting pattern associated with it. Joe Keems, thanks. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Next target. Target acquired. Marked. We're moving in. Entering stealth mode. On the approach. Ambush. Ghostly strike. Hemorrhage. How is it not dead? Oh, it's not dead because we don't have Onyxia buff. That's why it's not dead. Which melee besides Rogue are you most interested in Season of Discovery? Ooh, I haven't thought about that. Let's see. The other melee options are Feral Druid, so we can give Wind Fury. Feral DPS, not tank. Well, actually, what we should probably do is we should avoid the melee DPS classes that can also be tanks. So then, like, if you can't tank, your group can't ask you to tank. You know what I mean? Which would put Druid, Paladin, and Warrior, I guess also Shaman, beneath what are the remaining melee classes. Wait, are there? Can you play a melee hunter? No, they did the no pet hunter. Don't wait. I mean, you literally can play it, but are there runes based around like making your melee attack super strong? Every melee can tank. Yeah, I actually, now that I think about it, I kind of realize that we can't actually avoid a tank capable class. Okay, so we can't use that as the metric to decide. The thing about, I think Warrior Tank might actually be really weak at low level. Because if you look at all the classes that have tank runes, they all have a tank rune that gives them 6% reduced chance to be crit. Except for the Warriors. Last I checked, the Warriors don't have that. So they either need to get a bunch of defense skill from gear, or they're just going to be crittable, which is not really a desirable quality in a tank. Five bubbles left. We're almost there, boys. Another blue thing. No. That thing's gonna aggro. Yeah, it aggroed. Yeah, so Enhancement Shaman could be cool. I'd have to play Horde if I wanted to be Enhancement Shaman. I guess I'm least excited to be Druids. Druids just make me mad based on how Blizzard handled Druids in Wrath of the Lich King. Every time I think of Druids, I just think of, I don't want to be part of that community. I don't want to be involved with that in any way. So I think Druid's at the bottom of the list. Red Paladin, Warrior, Shaman, all sounding cooler if you ask me. What's with Druid in Wrath of the Lich King? Druid's got a custom buff from Blizzard. Only a couple classes got custom changes during Wrath of the Lich King. Druid was one of them. And Druid got probably the most substantial increase in their DPS from a custom change that was not part of original Wrath of the Lich King that Blizzard chose to create and implement, which boosted their DPS way, way, way up. It was a very large DPS increase. And for the Ice Crown Citadel, like, beta, public test realm, the Blizzard was like, okay, we're gonna experiment with, like, attaching a, 5% reduction in physical damage to this, like, new Druid glyph that we implemented that was the huge damage buff. And as far as I'm aware, the druid community just fucking rioted and cried and cried and cried until Blizzard said, okay, we won't put this 5% damage nerf on top of that glyph. And now, druids are like gapping the second highest DPS by like 6 to 8%. Like, even with the nerf, they still would have been the top DPS class. But they just cried so much that Blizzard reverted the nerf to their buff, and it's fucking ridiculous. Druids are just, like, completely overpowered now due to a custom buff. And couldn't even tolerate a nerf that would leave them still as the best DPS. So, like, for me, playing Rogue, it's just a really big feels bad, man, when, like, my class did not get any custom buffs from Blizzard. No, like, special changes, no, like, cool quality of life improvements or DPS increases from custom changes. Hunters got Trap Launcher, Druids got Glyph of Omen of Clarity, and what was the other class? Ret Paladins got custom buff with how they got a new glyph, and they got a change to how, like, Divine Storm interacts with Seal of Vengeance. Which, all three of the classes that got custom buffs are now beating rogues, doing more damage, and 2 out of 3 of those classes are, you know, unmistakably offering more utility as well as more damage. So when your class just sits there and doesn't get a custom change or custom buff from Blizzard, and is now getting dumped on and pushed out of raid slots by the classes that did get custom buffs, let me tell you what, it doesn't feel very good. In fact, it feels really bad. So that's my rant about that. Like, we're basically back to the TBC days of rogues struggling to get group spots. I mean, if you go by private server metas or by old Wrath of the Lich King, like 2008 Wrath of the Lich King, you have combat rogues kinda cranking as being one of the best damage classes in Icecrown Citadel. And that is not really what's happening right now. And they're certainly pushed down in the rankings by, you know, Ret Paladin taking a spot above them, Druid taking a spot above them, and, you know, Hunter taking a spot above them. We're all the custom buff classes. I got too close. Yeah, like when you have a pure DPS class, you're right, ScreamerTube. Like, I can't respec and, like, do extra healing on Velithria. But a Druid or Paladin could do that. I can't respec and fill an extra tank role when you need, you know, more tanks to handle Phase 3 of Putricide, but a Druid or Paladin could do that. So when the hybrid class is, you know, providing more flexibility, more utility, and more DPS when doing a DPS role, gosh, it becomes hard to justify having the pure DPS class in the raid. Was another miss on ambush. It's yikes. Yeah, on Classic Era, they really don't change that very much. And you get what you know what you get. Warrior's the best tank, and it's the best DPS. And if you're playing anything other than that as a DPS, you're kind of trolling. But like when you create the character, that's pretty much a known and established thing. But that all just kind of makes me more excited for Season of Discovery, where it seems to just be the Wild West of, like, you get a buff, and you get a custom spell, and you get a new thing, and, like, everything's just gonna be completely wild. And I don't have any expectation of it being balanced, or, like, I don't have an expectation of, like, my class is going to be super competitive or something like that, you know? I think a big part of it is, like, expecting your class to be good, and then that makes it feel much worse when it turns out not to be because of some change that Blizzard made. And, you know, when it comes to Season of Discovery, I don't have that expectation that, you know, this class is going to be good or this build is going to be good. You know, it's all just like, find out what happens or what's good. Yeah, what it looks like Blizzard figured out how to do is they have the, like, game client, which is downloadable and can be data mined and all that. but a significant amount of the changes and content being added will be added through a hotfix rather than a proper patch that's downloaded ahead of time. There's one like section. I saw a image or a clip or something that was like, you know, hotfix list contains 50,000 code changes. Which is a lot. So that seems to be the way they've chosen to attempt to make it actually a discovery for people. Because, like, as soon as you let them download the game file ahead of time, it can be data mined, right? Because the file's on the, you know, user's computer. They can figure out a way to read the file, figure out to interpret what the information in the file means, and draw some conclusions. If you really want to keep it secret, you just can't let users have the files, the game files ahead of time, or the important ones at least. McKillens, hello. We are doing some hardcore right now. This is a one life character. If we die, it's gone. There's no resurrecting. We're closing in on level 40. We have enough gold for our mount. And we have a Gut Ripper in the bag. A BOE level 40 epic. Our first epic for the character. Really looking forward to hitting level 40 here, and we're just grinding out raptors. You know, we can skin these guys. They give heavy leather, sometimes thick leather. And sell that. It's good. And this is our choice. We've actually grinded these raptors for 3 levels in a row. 40 or 41? It's level 40. We're equipping this as soon as we fill this bar up. Going to try raiding hardcore. If I could get to max level, yeah, I think I would do that. Yeah, this dagger, average damage 45. This dagger, average damage 61. That's a really big difference. Like a really big difference. We should ambush for significantly more damage once we get Gut Ripper equipped. But it's gonna be, it's still gonna be like 20 maybe 30 more minutes of grinding raptors. That's just how it is. $596 into a 252 crit. I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to afford the materials for like a +4 or +5 weapon damage enchant. I didn't really look into how much that would run me. But it's like buy the mount first, then see if I can afford that enchant. Since we're honored with Stormwind, we did do... I'm not a big quester. I'm a grinder. Especially in hardcore. Like, when you think about doing questing introduces a lot of risk. Going into places you're not familiar with, going into caves, doing a quest you might not, totally know what's going on. Attacking a lot of different types of enemies that whatever the quest sends you to, maybe one of them has a stun or a thing that, can screw you over. Introduces a lot of risk. And, when you consider that, you make one bad call and you lose 2 days, 16 hours of playtime and progress on your character, that makes me slant very heavily towards just do the safe and easy thing. Which is, I guess it's a little bit boring, but, we're not fucking dying on this character, okay? Unless it's someone else's fault in a group. We aggroed 1. Farming Fell Striker at 60. We could do a lot of Upper Blackrock Spire runs, yeah. See if we can get a Fell Striker, see if we can get... we need to do those anyways. True Strike Shoulders are very good. What else comes from there? The Doll Wrens if we decide to go swords at max level, but I think a dagger build at max level would be better. Just because of the accessibility of quality daggers. You're more likely to find good daggers than you are good Sinister Strike weapons. Swords or maces or whatever. Let's see. What else is good out of that? Upper Blackrock Spire. First boss, Pyroguard Emberseer. The good loot is True Strikes. Jed Rune Watcher drops a spell power thing that's good, but you don't really care about that as rogue. Warchief Ren Blackhand drops the Dalren swords. And, he drops Chromatic Carapace, he drops Fell Striker. The Eye Patch. Yeah, the Eye Patch is good. And then off of the Beast, I think there's some leather leggings, but they're dodge chance leggings. I don't think they're not as good as Devilsaur crafted, so fuck them. And then you go to last boss, and yeah, last click, you're right. Off the last boss, there's the Critical Strike Ring, the Painweaver Band, and of course you need to get the Shadowcraft Tunic if you're going to be doing the Dark Mantle quest line, which I certainly intend to do. Blue thing. We're getting there. 3 bubbles to go. Missed. It's just always a disappointment when your ability that was gonna do half of the mob's health and you cannot cast again when it misses. Alright, we're probably getting this done before these poisons expire. That's what I'm thinking. This is what we need 12,000 more experience. So that's at 200 XP per mob. No, it's roughly 1900 XP per mob, or 190. 12,000 divided by 190. About 63 more mobs. 57 charges. Never mind. Never mind. We're probably not doing it before those run out. I think we're going to spend more than 1 charge per mob on average. I would think. 56, 57. How's the gold situation? We've got enough. We've got enough to buy the mount. 105, and I've got a little bit more on my bank alt still. Question is, are we going to be able to afford an enchant for the Gut Ripper also? You know, mount's going to be 90 gold. So at the current amount, we have 15. I think I have 7 on the bank alt. So that'd be 22 left over. We'll have to see how much the materials cost for like +4 or +5 weapon damage. Or I'm sure we could, at the very least, we could certainly afford a +3 weapon damage enchant. And that would still be good. And only a little bit worse than the alternatives, but that's like the cheap version. +3 is probably your weapon enchant. Actually, you know what's crazy? I was looking at the weapon enchants for Season of Discovery. What's accessible at level 25. And your options for good weapon enchants are +3 weapon damage. Is the highest like weapon damage enchant you get. You can't get Fiery Weapon. You can't get Crusader. You can't get, you know, Life Stealing. None of those high-end ones. But what you can get is +6 Beast Slaying and +6 Elemental Slaying. So you better believe you're farming multiple Cruel Barbs so you can switch to your +6 Elemental Slayer one for Baron Aquinas at the start, and then you're switching back into your +6 Beast Slaying one when you go to fight Old Sarakis boss, which I don't know if that boss actually exists. I can't remember. I remember as a boss in the old BFD. And then you're switching into your +3 weapon damage enchant one for the bosses that aren't elementals and aren't beasts. So, yeah, you're farming 3 Cruel Barbs for your main hand, okay? Just to be clear. Actually, no. The Saber Slash build was not preferring Cruel Barb as the main hand. Horde has it rough because Horde's what currently looks like the best weapon for Horde is a quest reward, Windstorm Hammer, which is like an item level 40 weapon that you can get off of a quest that only requires level 25. So it's kind of insane. And you only get one of those, so you can't have like multiple copies with multiple different enchants, which is not possible. But almost certainly the raid will provide us with weapons that are probably weapons and armor that are better than what we know about right now. I think it's kind of insane. I mean, it's very obvious that people want to make Bissless and want to be like, oh my god, what's my Season of Discovery pre-raid Biss gear or something? And it's like, bro, why do you want a Bissless created from, you know, a pool of items that isn't even going to be the same pool of items that's available when the game actually comes out? Like, I recognize that a lot of people want to make Bissless right now, but I can't understand why. Can't understand why someone would think it'd be a good idea or, like, useful information to find a Biss list before you even know what items drop in the raid. Yeah, there's, you know, given how much the runes mess things up and mess up the, like, established meta at level 25, I would be very excited to see what gets added and, like, frankly, how powerful our characters get when we go to higher levels. And also, yeah, pre-raid BIS for BFD. It's like, come on, give me a fucking break, dude. We're gonna hit level 25 and immediately zone in. Like, come on. No, yeah, the only people farming additional gear are the people who hit level 25 an hour sooner than the, you know, the first 3 people who hit level 25 in your group that can do another Deadmines run before the other, you know, 8 people got to level 25. Yeah, if we have anything busted with, you know, if we get any version of Fan of Knives, Spellstriker's gonna be off the fucking chain. Because, like, we even use that item in Wrath of the Lich King, a 45 DPS weapon, because the effect is so goddamn strong, combined with Fan of Knives and a large number of enemies. Imagine if you were using that at level 60, when, like, the stat loss for the individual item is, like, insignificant, right? Like, it's like, well, I mean, maybe very small, let's say. You know, it's not like you're downgrading from 150 DPS Dagger down to your Fell Striker. Like, maybe you're downgrading from a 50 DPS down to a 45 DPS Fell Striker. And you get the insane effect bonus from Fell Striker. It's like, that's gonna be wild. Yeah, I can't wait to see, you know, how the subsequent phases shake things up, any kind of new raids, new abilities that'll just be, well, frankly, probably just, like, out of control. It'll be wild. The trick with Shadow Step, though, Bright Falls, is you can't just Shadow Step anywhere. You have to be able to Shadow Step to a mob that you can perform hostile action against. So either a neutral or hostile enemy. Which makes it a lot harder to, like, get yourself into trouble, you know? Blackwing Lair. Oh, yep. There is such a thing. If you position Razor Gore just so, you can actually Shadow Step. If you, like, you like, position Razor Gore so you back his butt up into the gate. And if you get the positioning just right, you'll be in line of sight of Razor Gore. You Shadow Step to him, and it'll put your character on the other side of the gate. Yeah, I remember that now. I never did that myself. I think I went and tried once, couldn't get it, and then was like, who cares, and moved on. I didn't try very hard. Bro, that was a miss ambush into a dodge ghostly strike. That's unlucky. Don't worry, Bright Falls. Dig Rat is in classic era. We can go get Dig Rats from the Barons, and as long as you can get to a location once, you can put a Dig Rat down and then Shadow Step back to it at some future point. I wonder what the most broken thing to do with Dig Rat will be. SOD hype, Simon? Yeah, I'm very excited for Season of Discovery. Definitely playing that. Definitely already bored of Ice Crown Citadel. Subtlety FL. New abilities are nutty, but I'm mostly looking forward to new items. But we've seen some pretty interesting stuff already. like there were a handful of crafted epics. Like there was a tailoring crafted boot that gave you like an activated ability to, it was like fade, like reduces your threat and reduces your damage taken for a couple of seconds. And then there's the leatherworking gloves that increase attack speed and threat generation. And I think there was a breastplate from blacksmithing. I can't remember what it did, but they all had like unique effects on them. And then we saw a sword, which maybe wasn't super interesting. It was just like two-hand sword with like chance on hit, blasts enemies with water. We saw that from the preview. Oh, never mind. So I just spoiled a bunch of stuff for you. Okay. I hope Mutilate will be viable. From the calculations I've done, there's like 2 competing rogue builds for DPS, and one is Mutilate, and the other is like Saber Slash combat. Mutilate is looking like one of the stronger builds. The Slaughter from Shadow's Rune that Giga buffs Backstab is not looking like it's strong enough. It's like a little bit behind the Saber Slash and Mutilate builds based on my calculations. But yeah, going into a version of essentially classic WoW, essentially classic WoW, where you can't just research everything ahead of time, is very exciting to me. .43 crit, 1k armor pen, 14 hit is good. I don't know. I never really pay attention to those stats on my character. I just equip the items that are the best I have available to me, and I have whatever stats I have. Meeting like particular thresholds of how much crit or how much attack power or whatever you have never has really been a good way to measure your character. It's always been a case of more stats is more good, regardless which stats they are. Damn, I thought I pulled him far enough away, but I guess not. This other guy's coming in now. An evasion. Dodge everything. Skinning. Skinning. Oh, this heavy leather. Heavy leather, heavy leather. 19 thick leather. We were getting way more thick leather when we were fighting the level 40 and 41 mobs. That was a big plus for that, but the kill speed was just too bad. When we were fighting them, they were too far apart. But getting a lot more thick leather was nice, because that's way more valuable. Like 2 to 3 times as valuable per piece. What do you know? Our 20th thick leather here. What professions do you recommend? Shit, man. The profession items are not known yet, so I would not recommend anything yet until more is known about the game. You certainly do not need professions to level up to 25. And so there'll be plenty of time to, like, see what's actually available from each profession. And then, like, actually make a decision on that based on real information rather than speculation. You can get the secondary skills, fishing, cooking, and first aid. I would say first aid as a secondary skill is very important. You should absolutely get first aid. And cooking, like, you could get it, you could not get it. It would be fine. You probably want to have cooking, though, at least up to level 60, because that's when you can use it to create thistle tea, which is a very good consumable for rogues. Oh my god, that reminded me. When we go to Season of Discovery, thistle tea is gonna be fucking insane mode again. You know, in Wrath of the Lich King, our thistle tea is like beta thistle tea, weak ass, shadow of its former self, 20 energy. When we go to Season of Discovery, thistle tea is gonna go back to being 100 energy restored, full bar. Ooh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yeah, all rogues get that recipe when you complete your poison quest, which you can first do at level 20. Yep. Yeah, so it's a reliable item to acquire. You don't have to, like, farm a rare drop or buy it on the auction house or something like that. Alright, less than one bubble remaining. We're getting close. Oh, we're gonna have to re-up the poison on the mace. Yeah, we ran out of charges on that. That did not last until level up. Re-up the poison on both of these. Oh, okay, I thought of the perfect thing. So I was thinking I wanted to make a weak aura that would alert me every time the Gut Ripper procced. And I was just thinking, what should the alert be? Like, what graphic should it display, or should it make a sound or something when Gut Ripper procs? It's gonna be from Doom Eternal. It's gonna be the... Oh, I could make it be the voice line. Rip and tear until it is done. Could have the voice... That's maybe a little bit too much for a proc for the voice line. Could make it just be the rip and tear part. Or we could make it display like the Doom logo and have it say rip and tear.
Excited to see what new strats you think of with Rogan Season of Discovery. Incredible content incoming.
Peer Review subbed at T1, 15 months of support on a 15-month streak. Peer Review, thank you so much for being a longtime supporter of the channel. I appreciate that. Excited to see what new strats you think of with Rogue. Hell yeah. I am very excited for Season of Discovery too. It's gonna be great. I'm thinking that when Season of Discovery comes out, I will probably do less Ice Crown Citadel, like maybe just raid with my guild, or cut it down from 2 GDKPs a week to 1 GDKP per week. We'll see. just like Icecrown Citadel was kind of fun when it was new, but now that it's no longer fresh and new, and it's just frustrating wiping to the same bosses over and over, and like, it got old fast. No more ICC videos? I mean, what video do you think even needs to be made? There's a strategy video, there's a gearing guide for Assassin, there's a gearing guide for Combat, there's a which spec is better, Assassination versus Combat video, there's a 2 weeks in, what is my reaction and feeling about the raid video, like... What more videos need to be made about that content? There's still all the VODs, just VOD uploads on the second YouTube channel. If I feel like there's more content to be made, I will make it, but, you know, something I don't do is I don't try to, like, force content, right? Like, I'm not trying to put out a video every week for the sake of putting out a video every week. I put out a video when I have something I think is good to talk about. Need a video with you full clearing as subtlety? I might be able to swing that in one of my GDKPs. Be like, I'm going subtlety this week. And if my DPS is completely doo-doo, I'll put 10k in the pot or whatever for sucking. We'll see about that. I mean, that's probably the best way I could get a raid spot as subtlety. You do any PvP at all? Not really. I did do some fun PvP in Phase 1 where we took 3 rogues into 3v3 arena, and I would just put up a DBM pull timer, and then when that timer hit 0, we'd all shadow step ambush the same guy and kill him in one global, and it was pretty hilarious. That VOD is on the YouTube as well. I thought that comp did a lot better than I thought it would. I mean, we were actually winning a lot of games. Yeah, so there's the main YouTube channel. Yeah, those are some of my view counts and whatever. Hang on. Let me find your channel. What the fuck? I'm not view your channel. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, there's the main channel, Simon I Show, that has all the like guide videos. And then VODs and highlights channel is linked down below. That's daily videos coming out. And I mean, a lot of these videos. Icecrown Citadel number 31, number 30, number 29, number 28, number 27. We did a lot of Icecrown Citadel recently. Some of the hardcore VODs will start coming in since we started doing some of those and some other fun things. Husky Starcraft invites you to join Husketeers. Nope. One day I'll join OnlyFangs. I'm saving myself for OnlyFangs. when their entire raid goes into Molten Core and dies on Lucifron, they're gonna call upon me. They're gonna need me. A rogue who never dies. What did you title the one where the raid leader told you to go combat and expose because the other rogue bailed? That one is Combat Rogue. It just says that we're playing combat. It's on there. Let me look. Got our Bis Ring and 2-tier. It's probably this one, because this is Simon 3, and it's Simon 3 playing combat. So I'm guessing it's this one. Alright, this is why we continually get raid spots all the time, forever. It's because even when shitty stuff like this happens, we don't make that big of a stink about it, okay? This is, yep, okay, that's the one. That opener on Marrowgar, yep, that's the one. Will you actually hit 60 on hardcore? If I don't get... See, what's more likely... It's more likely that I just get bored and quit than I actually die on this character, okay? Just like my last hardcore character, you know, from on Bloodsail Buccaneers, where we played with the add-on, the unofficial hardcore. That character got to 42 or 43, and then I just kind of got bored and stopped playing it. Didn't die. Okay. That's it. That's level 40. That's level 40. Look at this. Equipping. Got to Ripper. Wait, now all my macros are fucked. Wait, hold on. We have to... The Ziggler. Give me a break. Okay. Listen, guys. Got Ripper equipped. Enter stealth. Boom! 701 on the very first one. Look at that. And I just aggroed 2 mobs. Alright, what's it look like? Does it look cool? It looks actually exactly the same as the Ziggler. Wait, is it actually the exact same model? Now we can finally play the game. Okay, yeah, now what's going to happen is we're going to go back to Menethil Harbor, we're going to buy our mount, and then we're going to go back to Elwyn Forest, and we're going to go to the Eastvale logging camp, and we're going to get our mount training. And it's gonna be good, and I just have to ambush like a couple more mobs with this dagger now, okay? Just on the way back to Theramore, we're gonna ambush just like a few more dudes, okay? This fucking dagger is actually the same. Hang on. That's what Gut Ripper looks like. This is what Ziggler looks... Oh my god, it's the fucking same. Shit. It's just a different color on the hilt. That's it. Well, it's insane, so it's fine. Alright, we head south. Not Hearthstoning here. Calls for help. No, I don't get to ambush that guy if he called for help at the... Vanish. Now I get to ambush him. What the... Oh! God damn it. Because I vanished, I didn't press stealth. Vanish doesn't have the equip my dagger in the main hand macro to... Oh, god damn it. Alright, surely I'll make it over to this mob fast enough that I still have my remorseless buff and can ambush. 728. There we go. That's what we like to see. Big damn. That's what we're about on this channel. Doing big pog damn. Boom, 721. Alright, we'll get the mount and shit today. Next time we play hardcore, our adventure is probably do Razorfen Downs, and then do the pre-quest for Scarlet Monastery, and then do Scarlet Monastery. That'll be great. When is Old Man Simon doing ICC? We haven't gotten a raid spot on that character yet. We got pulled into a partial Ice Crown Citadel 10-man on that character one time, just because someone else had to NC and, like, they were gonna be late. Well, no, they didn't, they were just late. So, like, I was there for the first, like, 3 or 4 bosses to fill in, and that was it. But Old Man Simon does have 2-piece tier 10 now. And I did install the DJ Khaled Weak Aura for Divine Storms. I ran out of Hopium for Old Man Simon doing ICC. It's never gonna happen. That could be true. I mean, well... I don't know. I mean... I kind of want to do it, but it's also going to be a pain to find a group that actually wants a Ret Paladin at 5,300 gear score. You know? That's going to be tough. We do have Joel to keep us company. There was one day when my guild called me to do one of those raids. Or no, it wasn't the one that Old Man actually went to. There was one where I got pinged and it was like, can you bring your Ret Paladin to ICC 10? And I was just like, are you sure you want my Ret Paladin? I can also bring my Death Knight, who's like actually ICC ready, gear level wise. And then they were like, actually, okay, just bring your DK. I almost had a raid spot, but my better nature of like informing my teammates that the character they asked for isn't really ready for the character they asked for. Isn't really ready for the content they asked for it to do. Yeah, that's how to say that. Okay. Could have leached full gear. Probably could have leached a lot of items, yes. Dude, pretty soon, I keep pressing Control W, which is my mount keybind. Pretty soon, wait, is this a, whoa, there's a horse breeder over here, too? Wait a second. White steed, Pinto, brown steed, chestnut, Palomino, brown horse, does he, okay, let's see what he sells. No, dude. Those horses suck. I want the black one. We're going to Menethil. Going across the continent. Get an actually good horse. Oh, the boat's here. Wait, wait, wait. Sprinting, sprinting, sprinting. Oh, how long is it gonna stay there? Do we have any other sprints in our inventory? Any speed potion? Oh my god. Okay, we have to optimize this jump. Jump right as it ends. Because I'm gonna maintain the sprint speed buff until my jump actually lands. So that extends the speed boost a little bit. Okay, we made it. Got it, okay. Okay, we're fine. We in there. That was a fucking long level. We, did not do that one very quickly. Alright, this thing is just chilling for, like, a long time. Once we get the horse in Menethil, we'll be able to Hearthstone to Stormwind, so we can speed up that portion of the trip. Old Man Simon will get corrupted Ashbringer in Season of Discovery? Yeah, for sure. Might not have been fast, but you did it. That's true. I did. And you know what else I'm probably gonna do today? Eat an entire frozen pizza. And call that a meal. Yep. I think that's about what I'm gonna do. I feel like the cleansed Ashbringer is going to be in Season of Discovery. I think there's good odds of that. I'm really excited for the, like, quest lines that weren't quite finished that existed in Classic Era that have the potential to be finished or fleshed out or continued in some fashion in Season of Discovery. Like one I'm really stoked about is, like, Ravenhold. Like, the whole thing. Like, you just go there once, and there's, like, a rogue trainer, and this, like, faction that does nothing. Like, surely, there's, like, 100% guarantee there's going to be something rogue-related with Ravenhold. Okay, like, there's going to be some, like, quest lines, or runes, or something. There's no way they don't touch that and, like, add some stuff to it. Ability is not... Wait, oh. It was not correctly displaying the cooldown of my sprint. It's for the insane title. That doesn't count. That's not something to do or a reason for the fact... In fact, all the factions that are associated with the insane title are... Actually, not all of them. Bloodsail Buccaneers does have a quest associated with it that you can only get if you, like, have the reputation or whatever. Most of the factions there are just, like, useless factions that don't really have, like, rewards or quests associated with them. Here we go. The Black Stallion, that only the best horse breeders of Menethil Harbor can breed a steed that amazing. Look at this. Black Stallion Bridle. Wait, what the fuck? The other ones are blue quality, and this one is white quality? What the fuck is up with that? I got a common quality mount? Fucking weak. Garmal has the enchants? Yeah, it has the enchants, but you don't need the reputation to access the enchants. It's just like, the reputation doesn't... Like, you don't have to get to friendly or anything, I don't think. Or, like, get to Honored before you can access the enchants. No, but they like you more? I'm sure. That is... technically, yep, they do like you more. What classes are on your agenda after Rogue? All the other melee DPS classes, basically. Warrior, Shaman, Paladin. Feral Druid's probably at the bottom of the list. But, yeah, Warrior, Paladin, Shaman for sure. Does Melee Hunter count? I have to look at the runes that are available for that. Because, like, is Melee Hunter actually a thing? Like, are there runes that make that actually a good idea, or is it just kind of cringe? You know? If it's actually a thing, then it gets counted as an actual melee. We're in flight. Let's check out the runes. Wowhead. New rune discovered. Season of Discovery runes. Druid, Hunter, wait, this is not the right post. Oh, here we go. Talent calculator. Hunter. Critical hits with shots. Increased damage with all attacks while you do not have an active pet. Mana cost of all shots. Okay. None of those are melee hunter. Beast Mastery. Your pet's damage and health are increased by 30%. Its focus regeneration. Okay, so that's like Giga Pet. Gain Carve. A sweeping attack that strikes all enemies in front of you for 50% weapon damage. Okay. Chimera Shot, that's a ranged ability. Explosive Shot, that's a ranged ability. Carve, okay, that's the first, like, actual melee thing. Flanking Strike. You and your pet deal simultaneous instant 100% melee damage. Afterwards, your Mongoose Bite and Raptor Strike deal 10% increased damage for 10 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Raptor Strike has a 20% chance to reset the cooldown on Flanking Strike. Huh. Okay, so there are 2 out of 3 of the runes doing melee damage stuff. And then the third rune slot, this one has to synergize with the pet, so you can't take the no pet ability over here. You would have to take Aspect of the Lion, which is the king's buff, basically. That seems rather weak. I mean, that's the buff bitch one. These are, like, serious DPS runes. Okay, whatever. Okay, so maybe Melee Hunter's a thing. Oh, wait, it gives you more? Wait, I didn't read the whole thing. Increasing total stats for the hunter by an additional 10%. Oh, this is an aspect. So it's like, instead of aspect of the hawk or aspect of the monkey, you get aspect of the lion. Okay, that's less of a bitch roll then, if you're getting an additional plus 10%. Oh, where's my talent gonna go? Can't get Relentless Strikes yet. But we have 8 points, 9 points. We need to put 1 more point in one of these things. And then at level 42, we can take Relentless Strikes. Alright, it does seem like Melee Hunter is actually a thing. So those are runes that very clearly support a Melee Hunter role. I think BM will be good until the pet scaling falls off. I mean, maybe it falls off at higher levels, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it gets more support from more rune options at higher levels, you know? Horse breeder, horse riding instructor. Training to ride a steed, horse riding.
Be careful.
Let's go. Control W, the mount keybind. Equipping this item using this item will bind it to you. Look at that. The black stallion with white socks and a white line on the head. Oh, man. That's a fucking horse right there, okay? Even though it's a common quality item and not a rare quality item, I don't judge. Okay? That's a fucking horse right there. Look at that. We ride. Pretty good. Now we can venture to Desolus to do the prerequisite quest for the Scarlet Monastery and not completely hate ourselves taking an hour to hold W going through the world and instead only take 30 minutes holding W traveling to Desolus. Don't worry, guys. I don't need the mini-map to know my way back to Stormwind City, okay? I know these woods. I grew up in these woods. Literally. Quite literally. Wrong way, bruv? No. I'm going the right way to get to Stormwind. Trying to tell me wrong way. I know where I'm going, bro. See, look, this is the lake with the murlocs. And Goldshire is like over there. Then around that corner, around that cliffside and over that way, that's Stormwind. Nostel says, I pray you have safe passage across the Great Sea. We've made this journey across the Great Sea many times and have had no troubles so far, so I hope our good fortune continues. Oh, water crossing. It's fine. Water's not too deep. You have to dry off the horse's hooves. Oh, that's to Northshire Abbey. That's not Stormwind. That's the path to Stormwind. I wonder how much of the game we could play without any UI. What if we just hid all... How much of the game could we actually play without UI? Do we actually need to know about our energy bar? Or what we're targeting? We should probably know about our own health bar. We could put, like, in the bottom... What if I put all my UI elements down here behind my camera? Everything I need. My target's health, my energy bar, any relevant buff. Oh shit, this is the Onyxia questline. Reginald Windsor is here. Wait, I think I could actually make that work if I just put all the necessary info right down here, and then for the stream it'd just be behind my camera, and then it would actually look kind of cool, and we wouldn't have all this bullshit clutter. Anyways, that was a good stream, I would say. We hit level 40, we got our mount, we equipped our Gut Ripper. I'll figure out about getting it enchanted later. Oh, wait, shit, it's Kramer. I know that guy. It's in Frontier. He has an AQR? Holy shit. Wrong icon, though. They need to patch this, fix the icon. Was this all today? Well, today we did Icecrown Citadel 25-man on Wrath of Lich King. We did a GDKP. And then we came over to Hardcore, and I leveled from 39 up to 40. We were just at the start of level 39. Did all of 39 up to 40. Bought the mount. Got it done. Alright, how's he looking? 4-piece Dark Mantle. Doesn't have the full Dark Mantle set, it looks like, because he would be using the epics in those slots if he did. Belt of Preserved Heads, Bloodfang, Dark Mantle, Signet of the Bronze Dragonflight. That's some very good gear. I know, fucking AQR. It's kind of insane. This AQR is, like, way ahead in, like, item level and, like, item quality compared to all his other gear. Yeah, I'm just saying that because I'm jealous. Okay. Well, that's it. I'm gonna go turn the oven on, make a frozen pizza, and eat an entire frozen pizza for dinner like a true gamer. You know I would. I've done it live on stream before. But, yeah. That's a good week of streams, I would say. Eat the pizza in the darkness. I mean, I'm gonna eat it in front of my computer. But maybe not in dark. Good week of streams. We'll have another week of streams next week.